We move on now to motion or to composite number 37, the Tala East branch, Dublin South West.
Thank you, Chair. Eamon Maloney, Tala East Branch. Delegates, this motion, of course, relates to the ongoing 90 million annual subsidy to private schools, which I believe, and always have believed, that it is both unfair and unjust. And in reality, it's a case of the taxes of the poor, if they're lucky enough to have jobs, and most certainly the taxes of working people to educate the better off. The 90 million that's paid to these 56 private schools, and how they function financially is that, of course, because they are fee-paying, they are able to draw into the various schools, the 56 schools, annually €120 million. 120 million. But their financial efforts doesn't stop there. They, of course, fundraise. And they fundraise at different levels. I'm not suggesting for a second that all of these schools are the same. They're not. Some of them have their own difficulties at the bottom of the scale. But by and large, some of them, not only are they successful with the getting in the fees, they are also successful at fundraising. In one case, one school, in a 15-month period, raised almost €4 million. One school. And then it goes down the pecking order. Some schools, in a year and a half, raised in fundraising €3.1 million. Then add this on to a luxury that they have that the other 673 second-level schools do not have, which is, of course, they get private donations. And that's not a bad business to be in because, of course, if you have a wealthy ex-student or if you're lucky enough to have a subscription from parents whose children are attending the private school, you can make your contribution to the school, and of course there's tax relief on it. But what does all this, why are these schools and their results better than the other 673 secondary schools? The reality is that money is everything in education. Money buys you extra teachers, and extra teachers means down go the class sizes. In some cases, as low as 12 to 1. 12 to 1. I doubt if there's a person in this hall who has a secondary school in their area that has a pupil-teacher ratio of 12 to 1. I doubt it. In fact, I know you don't. So this is part of the thing. Not only does it stop in terms of teachers and lower pupil-teacher ratios, they have the best of facilities, and you and I are paying for them. They have floodlight tennis courts. They have the most modern pools. They have multi-pitches for different codes, and it just goes on and on and on. It's a legacy of the days when the Empire were here and they happened to do a deal, which is reflected in the Constitution, Article 42, the aid to private schools. Well, I don't think there should be any aid to private schools. If there's any money for schooling, it should go into the schools in working class areas who suffer from the highest level of literacy problems. 17%.
Eamon, can you conclude, please?
17% of 15-year-olds. 17% of 15-year-olds in second-level schools suffer from struggle with reading and writing. Chair, in conclusion, can I just say that there's a motion following after about phasing in the subsidy. Subsidy's been around for 90 years, and no disrespect to the movers of the motion or to any delegates, these schools have benefited for 90 years. They do not need a motion from the Labour Party saying they should be pampered for another 4 years. I thank you.